So everything that I see when I meditate, a lot of it is unexplainable. It's impossible to put it into words. And sometimes when I come out of meditation, I try to withdraw what I saw. So I open my two physical eyes, and I'm like, okay, what did I just see? Who just spoke to me? And then it fades away the more and more. Like I reach out and I walk towards it, but then it pulls away faster and faster, and then it's gone. It's kind of like, you ever wake up from a dream in the morning and you're like, wow, that was a fantastical dream I've had. You try to remember it, but it's gone. It's gone. But it's not all for nothing, I find. It's helping. I can feel it. It's not belief. I don't believe in meditation, nor do I not believe in meditation. I just do it. You know, I try to just be a doer with it. You know, it's like, you can believe that you throw a coffee cup at a fucking wall, it's not going to break. It's going to break. You know, if you meditate, you're going to see things and hear things eventually. Maybe not at first, or maybe at first. Maybe you're special. Maybe you're the chosen one. Either it happens or it doesn't. There was a woman, or appeared to be a woman, with a somewhat long, slanted down, pointy nose, sitting in a chair with piercing brownish black eyes. And this happened to me earlier when I was visiting someone. Here in the mundane world, I was visiting someone. And we were talking in the middle of a conversation. This person was in my life was talking to me. And then just out of nowhere, it felt like in the left side of my mind, I could see it. She was asking me a question, but it was, what's the word? It was apprehensive, and her tone of voice was apprehensive. And I said, what are you talking about? She goes, I'll show you. And she walked in the other room. And I looked around. And then my eyes went back into the room that she had walked in. And she's walking out with this huge Japanese katana sword. And I stood up and I said, no. Have some water. She goes, what? I said, have some water. She's not for you. I don't even know what the fuck that meant. You know the thing about meditation? Shit's crazy. We're supposed to be meditating. I'm half meditating right now. I'm in a dark ass room. with my eyes closed, my two physical eyes closed. After, I don't know, man. Shit's a fucking trip. Shit is a trip. Sometimes after a long, deep meditation, just back to back, every single night, I get off work, have dinner. Alright, I'm gonna go meditate for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I get goofy as a motherfucker. I don't know, it feels good. Like, I feel free. Slightly what we call insane, but go like in the kitchen floor and take a shit on the floor or something. But I don't know. I feel free. Like it just feels good. Like something comes over me. I don't know if I get slightly possessed or what, but it just feels good. It feels free. I get this ringing in my head in the back of my skull. And sometimes a little less of the back, but more towards the top, but the rear part, the posterior part of the skull. And it's almost like, it's not quite deafening. I can still hear, like, if I have the fan on in the room. But it's very loud. It's very loud in my head. It doesn't hurt, though. Sometimes it tingles. Not quite tickles, but it tingles. It has like a tingling feeling to it, and I like it. It helps me know that, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm doing this right. Like I looked up online what it is. The two things popped up. One was medical, something about an ear infection or some bullshit. I threw that out the window. The other one was spiritual awakening, so I'm going to go with that one. The longer I go to some place, I feel like I've been there before. I have, but I haven't. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cut off of the memory from a previous life. I don't know. I meditate. I just go. I just close my eyes and I just go. I really don't focus on sigils anymore. I don't see the point. I feel like I have to do this myself. I don't know. I just a thought, about that. A thought had occurred about, in the left-hand path, they have apotheosism, or to be an apotheost, to awaken the self-God in you, and blah, blah, blah. Well, I thought, well, shouldn't you do the work? Why rely on another to... How do you go to... And this is just my thought, so don't take it to the altar and hex my ass if you don't like what I have to say. It's just a thought, but how does one go... You go to somebody and say, I want to become a god. Teach me. It's like, I think with something like that, that is ultra personal, and only you can do that. But even at that, people do it. But I've tried it, and I just felt silly. If it's for you, fine. And I'm not mocking you. If that's your thing, fine. Good for you. But I felt silly, so I stopped. I was putting in my personal energy into another energy to make myself a god. How the fuck does that work? You tell me. I don't get that. So I stopped. I'm going to do it myself. One thing's for sure, I think that the Buddhists, the Tibetan Buddhists and the Shaolin Buddhists and different, Eastern paths that are similar though, I think that they have it down right. Hey, excuse me, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I think that they have it right. They're trying to get the fuck out of here. And rightly so. This place is awful. This place is a prison. I'll give you an example. We all know this, so you're going to be like, yep. You ever wake up from an absolutely fantastic, splendid, beautiful fucking dream? And you wake up, you get out of bed, and you're like, fuck, I'm back here. You know what I'm talking about. You know. You've had that happen in your life at least one occasion. When you're like, son of a bitch, I'm back here. You were so gone. You were universes away. And then your alarm clock went off. Or your dog or your cat made a noise or whatever. And you're like, shit. So explain that to me. It doesn't even take a split second to realize that when you wake up, you're like, I'm back here. It's because this place sucks. We have to make the best of it. I understand that. I understand. We have to make the best of it. Well, I am making the best of it. I'm meditating. I used to never like meditating. I thought that it was a waste of time, but it's not. It's the opposite of a waste of time. It's if my back didn't get sore from sitting so long, or if my knees didn't act up, and if I had endless time, I would just meditate for hours on end. I envy those people who can do that. They can meditate for hours on end. That's beautiful. Yeah. I'm not even making this video for any of you who's listening. Sometimes it's just good to get it off my chest. I don't know. It just feels good. I've pretty much stopped all, I stopped buying grimoires, man. I just find that meditation is helping me more than if I did some candle magic or if I did a blood ritual to an entity. I just find that meditation is more fulfilling. I guess you could say meditation is like my part-time lover. I don't meditate every day. I don't have the energy. However, if you've never tried meditating when you're really, I'm not trying to contradict myself. Sometimes when I tried to meditate when I'm really, really tired after a long day at work or whatever, I fall asleep. And then it's just, I scoot my butt down, I put my head on the pillow, and then that's it for the night. I can't do anymore. Try this if you've never tried this. Meditate when you're really, really fucking tired, but you've got nothing going on tomorrow, so you can keep waking yourself up. So there's not like that little scheduled alarm clock in your head, like, oh, we got work tomorrow, we got blah, blah, blah tomorrow. Try that. Because I find that when I'm super relaxed and tired, something comes out. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe something in you comes out as well. You'll know what I'm talking about. Try it if you've never tried it before. If you have tried it, I don't know. I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to say hit me up in the comments. It's very personal, you know. I don't expect anybody to. It's very personal. But I don't know. I think that the occultism, the hiddenness in sorcery should be taken out. It should be open. But look at it from like a spiritual. I don't know. I just wish that Western magic could be more spiritual, like Eastern magic. I envy those people. I really do. I envy the Asians, and that includes India. If India is part of Asia, unless you know, if you didn't graduate from the 3rd fucking grade. I really do. I envy those people. I look up to them. I admire them. Arabics as well, with the Arabs, with the mysticism, with the spirituality. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. I just feel like a person can really go far with meditation. It can take you places. So I want to get a book on Hatha Yoga, which is exercises before the act of meditation. I guess it's supposed to it synchronizes it. Wait, one needs the other, I guess. It intensifies the meditation, the Hatha Yoga, where you do these stretches and these you know, you don't have to get like a sweaty burn out of it, you know, you don't have to put on like sweatpants and a headband, but you can sit down. Hatha Yoga, HATHA Yoga, if you want to look it up. I guess from what I've watched online from Indian and I don't know what country they're from, so I'm not going to say it, but they were saying that Western yoga is just, the way they do it, there's no spirituality in it. It's just fucking stretching. Like, hey, let's go stretching. Like, yeah. They're supposed to meditate afterwards. That's great that they're doing it. But they're not, they're supposed to meditate afterwards. Oh, that's right. Hatha Yoga, I guess it blocks out, it gets rid of blockages from divine energy. It just gets things stirred up, and it helps get rid of blockages from receiving messages or whatnot. So in my view, in my words, what we Westerners are doing with this yoga thing is we're doing the Hatha Yoga and then we're not meditating. So it's pretty much like you're making a fucking sandwich and then you're just throwing it in the garbage. You have to make the sandwich, then eat it. You have to do the Hatha Yoga and then meditate. 1, 2. Not 1, then throw it in the fucking trash. So There's this breathing exercise where you put your finger, you cover one nostril with one finger, and you breathe in and you breathe out through that one nostril. And then you take that finger that was blocking that one nostril, and then you go to the other nostril that was open, and then you close that one. And then you inhale and exhale through that now open nostril. Well, that's great, but when you're like me and your deviating septum is, usually going back and forth, from one nostril to the other, it kind of sucks. But there have been times when I tried it, when the septum was more open on one nostril and I could do it. It was like instead of like an 80-20, it was more like a 60-40, which is pretty good. Or even like a 70-30. But I don't feel that it's doing anything for me, but I don't do it every single time. I'm going to keep trying it though. I heard that 3 foods were bad for receiving energy in meditation. Those 3 are catfish, eel, like an electric eel, and pork. I don't eat eel and catfish, but I do eat some pork. More so it's just ribs. I'm a sucker for some good baby back ribs. Then I'll take some like diced up ham, put in my omelet on the weekend, That's I don't like bacon. It's not good for the heart. And then pork chops suck. They can get dried out too fast. So, are you still listening to this video? I'm going on and on and on and on. I don't expect anybody to listen to this video this long. It's just ramblings, but I'm going to post it nevertheless. Well, I feel like I've done a little good with this meditation. Well, post-meditation. I'm trying to look for the next thing. I'm trying to level up. But it's going to take time. Fucking cat scared the shit out of me. He just jumped up on the bed. It's going to take time to bump up. Because I want to be gentle with it. So I don't want to lose my fucking mind. Laughing like a jackass after a meditation is one thing, but, if you lose your mind, can you get it back? All that hard work just gone, and then you end up, in a fucking insane asylum. I don't want that to happen to me. I know it's like progressive resistance. You cannot grow without added resistance, but 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds at a time, not 100 pounds at a time. You can snap your fucking mind. I'm learning. As Azazel said, the seedlings are hatching. Yeah, I guess I contradict myself. I still holler at deities from time to time. I try to do it myself. They check in from time to time. But they're not babysitters. You're not shitting in a diaper anymore, so you have to put in a lot of work. If you like to sit down with them and have a cup of coffee or a tea, play a game of chess or checkers and, shoot the shit with them, that's great, but no handrails, right? No hand holding, as I was told years ago by some author. Unnamed author. So I don't want to be tacky and throw people's names out there. No handrails. You'll know who I'm talking about if you bought one of their books. But I forget what I was saying. I don't know. Something about fucking cheesecake. I don't fucking know. Alright, I'm tired, people. I'm going to go eat a steak and a sweet potato. Probably go to bed. Take a nap with my familiar cat. Alright. Well, if you watched the entire video, you're a good one, I guess. So, alright, peace.